I am Vinny, and I am joined by my co-caster Quinten.
Hey Vinny, how are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday? And we are
Great.
great to hear, man. And we are in round 5 of the Swiss elimination stage. It's coming to an end, and it's a do or die situation for both of these teams. So this one is one for the history books, I do believe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a matchup of two elite teams in this World Cup between Benelux and Team Germany. We can briefly go over this stage if you want to switch that very quick use while there is 10 in room. We'll briefly take a look as both teams are 2-2. It's either you win, you move on, go home. So it does not get more do or die than this. As we did see, Benelux did lose to Team England in the 2-1 stage, so they fall to this. Team England is going to be moving on to the bracket stage, and Team Germany beat Team Italy, so they improved to 2-2, and now both these teams are facing off. We can probably take a very quick look at the lineups real quick, just while we get started. So this will be Team Germany's lineup in Kevin, Crash, Nikos, Paul, and Kralte. Quinn, what are your thoughts on this Team Germany lineup?
Yeah, this is just one hell of a stacked lineup. I think this is probably the best lineup Team Germany can put up. I'm a little bit surprised with Karalte bagging. They did use another bagger in at least one of their previous matches, and I think more of them. But just Kevin, Crash, Nikos, and Paul running that sounds like a very good roster to have as your forerunners.
Absolutely, and I think the room is just about goes, but very quickly want to run through BNL's lineup. It'll be Jeff, Leops, Dane, Leonardo, and Joris bagging. Not D-Fly, but it'll be Joris. But other than that, it's pretty standard lineup for BNL. This is one they've pretty much been rolling out the entire World Cup, and it is an extremely stacked lineup. You obviously have two of the better players in the game in Jeff and Leops, but also Dane and Leonardo are no slouches either. Dane went off in the last World Cup match, one versus England, where he put up, I believe, 188, you were saying, Quinten, or something around there?
188, yeah.
Point.
Dane definitely had his glory moment last time around. I think this BNL roster is as expected as it could be, except perhaps yours coming in for D-Fly, definitely changing up a little bit in comparison to their loss against Team England. And given how, well, Team England definitely did find some weaknesses in Team Benelux, so I do like the fact that they are switching things up just a little bit. But definitely Germany is also a completely different team in comparison to England. So in that regard, we definitely have a completely different match on our hands.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think this will be definitely a much closer match, in my opinion. I'm hoping it'll come down to the last race. Hopefully, I think we'll be very playing out the mudslide
Dane could not pass it to anyone around him. All the other players from BNL were around him. Germany was bottom 4 just a little bit. I think still BNL is holding on to like at least 1 3 4, might be top 3 4. So coming out of the gates, they are kind of breaking away, I would say. Definitely with that TC that did help just a little bit by slowing down Paul and also Kevin. So BNL currently only first and third, and Kevin and Chris end up sneaking to that second place. Back to the green and hitting Jeff actually. So that is going to still have Benelux in 1-3 with Leo also in third, so Benelux still holding on to the top positions right now.
Yeah, they're still in command of first. You see Leo take the gap in first. He's absolutely gone in first place, and that's probably not going to be broken up. And Leo takes the gap as well, and Paul as well. So it's a top 2 right now for Benelux with a 3-4 for Team Germany. Taylor is back out, losing one bagger, looking at 10, another one just kind of chain boxes right now. So I'm not sure who could be in possession.
I think Kiralte is in 10th right now, but I'm not sure if he has a shock. And we see Kevin pulling the TC, but there's 2 German members in front of him. Dane also in 4th with his POV, still holding on to the blue. Does seem like Leo did fall off there, so Germany is going to be getting 2-3, and actually German shock coming in, so that's going to be a 2-3-4 actually for Team Germany, I do believe. I think Leops did secure that first, but winning race for Germany, 2-4-6. 5th coming out from Dane. We did miss what happened there in the ending stage. I think Leo might have fallen off or could have been redded there. And that's actually 2-4-6 for Team Germany. So Benelux being in the top positions the entire race, really, and still losing the race. And it's not because of a shock, because that shock, well, it made Nikos get 4 instead of 5th, but even without that, it's still a 2-3-4-5 for a 2-3-5-6 for Germany without the shock. So good race coming out from Germany, and it's unfortunate for Leo to fall off there.
Yeah, it was still Germany was still able to get away with a really good race, even though it seemed like BNL was commanding most of those top spots. But like Mushroom Gorge, those spots can change in a hurry with the gap jump being such a big shortcut, and then shock, of course. While it didn't really do too much, we did see Leo, or not Leo, but Paul, I think, was the one that dodged their core at the end and was able to secure that mid spot to secure 2-4-6 for Germany. But that's still not really a terrible race for being all the time. Or all around. Leops was able to lock down first to make it at least somewhat of a respectable race, but a good start nonetheless for Team Germany on their track pick. They were able to execute that beautifully, and we're gonna see them opting to pick. See what they go. See what they go for here, but
yeah, they're thinking about right now. Yeah,
probably go for something like RDC if I was Germany.
Yeah, definitely. I think I also really like about Leops getting the gap jump twice and just securing that first position, which is definitely something they struggled on versus England, is securing that first, being so far away that even the blue shell wouldn't have taken that first away from them. So it's good to see Leops definitely breaking his, well, you wouldn't say a curse, but definitely struggled just a little bit against England. It's good to see them getting first in the first race of this map. And we see DDR getting picked. I think this is Benelux pick?
Yes.
1-5-7-8 is a decent start position for Benelux. You can have Leops running, and then obviously Jeff and Leo rather on 7-8 trying to get a golden or triple shrooms or even a star to take the cut or to hold for a potential shock if yours is able to pull it. And we see they actually pulling the Billinade as well. Leo's going to get bombed out, but Dane holding on to the bill. It's good knowledge for his bagger for Joris, so that's if he can take this build up to a high position, that would be nice. But definitely top 5 is kind of breaking away already though, so. And people are going to be holding shrooms in those 6 top positions, so Dane might fall back just a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably going to be stuck holding this build for a little while in the back. If you don't have shrooms ready to take Ultra, you can tend to fall behind on this track as Ultra just saves so much time. And if you have to go around, sometimes it can be a little bit costly. But he is holding his build nonetheless, which is huge for his bagger. And he's really not that far gone. We do see the pack kind of starting to split a little bit, but he could be selective with this build. If his bagger might be a 9 by chance, he could use it at any time to try to catch up more of his bagger's attendance. We do see Karalte is a 9 actually. Right
yeah, yours in 10th right now, yes. And Germany's holding on to 3-4-5, so that means Leops is probably still in 1st or 2nd. And that might be a Benelux top 2 even. Germany going to get TC'd here, and Dana's gotten this build to 6th right now, so that's also very huge, especially with yours being in 10th. He's going to opt to use, and it's going to be a Benelux shock. Benelux was holding on to 1st, is now top 2, and also 4th, I believe. A blue shell coming out from Team Germany, I do believe as well. So it's going to take out Dame, but that build dodge did help them.
Almost fails the log glitch a tad, but I don't think that's going to cost him really that much. He's still chilling in first, barring a last second lead. It's looking like a good race for Benelux here. It's a nice hop, and the blue does come out and is going to hit him as he hits the Nana. Jeff's going to have to get around that, and he does. But unfortunately for Dane, he is going to have to take 6th instead of 1st there at the end from a clutch blue from Team Germany. But still, nonetheless, a pretty good race. We do see Crash as we are on Kevin's POV coming up here early on. Jeff finishing right behind him, same with Leo. So
I think that's a 1-3-4 though for Germany, so that's definitely once again a very good race for Germany. And then again, Dane dodging in a bill in 5th, getting 6th in the end is very unfortunate. So props to Germany for securing that 1-3-4 again, and once again a winning race, even on Benelux track pick.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Germany has just been so far setting the tone for this match. Two winning races in a row against a team in Benelux that probably was favored to win this match. Maybe have a slightly better lineup, but as we said before, Germany's lineup is no slouch. As all 4 of their runners are extremely strong in their own, and then that even despite a Benelux shock dodging a Dane in that bill, they were still able to finish in those top spots, aided by that blue kind of there towards the end. But but they could absolutely make an upset here against Benelux with this Team Germany lineup is it is so incredibly strong. I mean, if you're Team Germany, you just gotta ride this momentum and keep trying to stack on as many winning races as you can, because for Team Benelux, I mean, they're never really going to be out of it as long as they can keep it relatively close with their runners.
Definitely. It's also 5 GPs instead of the regular race. That's 20 races, so 18 races left. Plenty of room to build up a huge difference. And we see Benelux going for RBC with 2.568, I believe. And it's going to get picked, actually, RBC. I'm not too certain if this is the right track pick, given now Germany's on 134. I think I would have preferred something more like a Delfino or something, I think, to kind of neutralize those top positions.
Yeah, definitely. But nonetheless, RBC will be the RBC will be the track pick here. You will start with Kevin's POV. Gonna probably try go for Dredge versus Powers first. I would definitely. Okay, we're now on Dane's TV, a little further ahead, but we get jumped right into the action. Crash trying to swag Dane. It doesn't connect. Dane's gonna break this red against the wall. A good red shell evasion from Crash. Dane's kind of chilling in no man's land right now. Oh, Kevin gets taken out by the fib there, and so now it's currently kind of mid spot for Germany.
Yeah, it's a 2-5 for Benelux. I'm quite sure Leops is in first, actually. That might be a top 3 right now, actually. Top 3, random green hitting Kevin there. Might have been a snipe from Leo. So top 3 from Team Benelux, and actually completely neutralizing those top positions from Germany in the first lap of this RBC. So really props to Team Benelux. And look at that breaker already. That's quite late. A little mistake here from Dane, but still top 3 secured for now. Germany being in all spots behind, so probably Jeff in 7 or 8 holding on to a dodge potentially.
Just red can connect on Crash. It does, and it's back to a top 3 for Benelux with Dane holding the blue right now. So he might lose some of these spots to going. He's going to be pretty vulnerable to reds potentially or bombs, but Benelux is in an amazing spot right now. On RBC, you absolutely want to be in these top spots. It's so hard to come back on. Especially if the other team get shocked. Like if you're Germany, if Benelux is able to get shocked here, like this is going to be really bad for them. Jeff trying to schlag Kevin in the mega here does not connect, but Kevin's going to be able to get away from him. But still though, this top 3 is not being broken up right now.
Yeah, it's helping to slow them down, even if he's not hitting them. And look at that Leops and Leo breakaway in top 2, and they only got to the blue in third on RBC is doing wonders for Team Benelux really. Still a top 3, 4 team. Actually, the POW coming in, going to be target powering Dane, and I believe Dane might have fallen off, so that's blue gone for Team Benelux. Yeah, that's still top 2 for Team Benelux, but the blue is gone. Blue's back into play, and Germany holding on to these mid spots is most likely to pull the blue, if any. I think they're 3, 4, 5, 6 right now.
You have to try to decide wins or lose if you're Team Germany here. Unfortunately, Paul's going to have to eat the TC. That is not, although he does get it off to Karte, I believe. So that was a good play from Karte to take that TC away from Paul, so he still has a chance to get something in this race. Jeff just hits it right now. Kevin hits the banana. He's going to take the cut here. There's another shroom to save him, otherwise he was dead in the water there after the grass, but it still looks like it's going to be a top 2 for Team Benelux here.
Yeah, it does indicate as well that Germany was not holding on to the shock. And that's going to be probably yours holding on to the shock, and that's going to help Benelux secure that top 2 from Leo and Leo. Very solidly run by them. No blues in the ending section. It's going to be a 3-4 for Germany, 3-4-5 maybe. Actually, they might have dodged at the end. I'm not entirely sure. Someone dodged at the end there. But it should be a winning race for Team Benelux. I'm going to be decreasing that advantage for Team Germany. And very solid from them. Good track coming out from them. Able to take away those top positions from Team Germany immediately. Dane holding on to the blue for more than a lap definitely did help in that regard as well. Top 2, 7, 8. Actually, not that big of a difference, though. It's only a +5, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could have been better. Could have been better.
It really could have. And unfortunately, that POW for Dane was really bad as that got him off the rail. Otherwise, you might have seen Benelux just run away with top 3 there, and that could have been a massive race. But nonetheless, you will take a top 2, bottom 2, especially when you've lost the first 2 races. Just to even get one winning race to try to get back in, it can be a game changer and can swing the momentum in the favor into Team Benelux, and especially with Benelux's lineup, they can strike at any time, and they can make the comeback in an instant. So maybe now they can build off of this top 2 bottom 2, which I think they will be just fine with, especially on their track pick. At the end of the day, they were still able to run away with the top 2. Germany just didn't have an answer for them running away their shock. didn't come into play until the very end there. So great work from Benelux. That's exactly what they can do is run these tracks, and we'll see if they can maybe chain another track pick and try to run and try to keep their running going. So I think gonna opt. I'm not very. I don't really know that much of German, so I'm not sure. I know that's Grumble Volcano, I believe, is what
It is
just
Grumble
translated.
Volcano, yeah. That is
Okay.
Grumble Volcano. I can help translate the European a little bit here.
I appreciate that. Yeah, you're gonna have to help me with some of these track picks for sure.
It's gonna be Grumble. I think Team Journey picked this one.
Yes, yeah, this
Yes,
was a
yeah.
team track pick. Let's see, Poland is going here right now in 7. See Nico's containing a star into 8 right now. He's gonna just probably have to take the rock hop here, the golden rock. Yeah, this is Dane's POV that we are looking at, so we'll get back up there pretty soon.
Yeah, Germany holding on to a lot of the middle spots, but obviously the rock is just such a time saver. And at this level, everyone's capable of doing it, and those middle spots are going to turn into top positions relatively quickly. And we see Kevin pulling a TC, and he's going to be stuck in 8. Might be able to pass to Jeff or to yours, actually. And that's actually a vital TC pass to the bagger from Benelux, so very well done from Kevin, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a clutch play from Kevin there, so he's still very much in this race. You see the pack kind of starting to close. Oh, but he pulls another TC, and I don't know if he's going to be able to pass it off. Maybe able to pass it to Jeff. Probably not, though. I think he's going to have to eat this here. Yeah, he's dead there, unfortunately. So, might be looking at 8th place. But he's not all, but he does get back credit, though, so that's going to put it back even further. Now it's going to be a little bit harder for him to come back, but still could take the rock here. see if with running being such a big important factor in DPM, you gotta maintain your top spots here. I feel like
Definitely.
That's just gonna
Triple shrooms. I think Chef might have fallen back already. I do see top 2-4 for Germany. We're going to be controlling out triple reds from Leop, so that's going to... actually, also a TC for Jeff, I do believe. He's going to be able to pass to Kevin. I don't think he's going to be able to. He's going to be eating that one. Germany going to be taken out of first. Leo going to be sniping. I see 2T4 for Benelux, I do believe. Jeff did manage to pass that TC. Might have been to Dane. Not entirely sure.
He's going to have
Kevin.
reds here, I think. He's not going to be able to, and that's going to take him out. But we do see Leop still up here. Paul, okay, so yeah, so it's a 1-3 currently for Germany with Leops in second. He's gonna try to, make a play here on Paul Leon first. That's kind of his gameplay is being the playmaker. So we'll see if he can maybe land a crazy snap on Paul to get into first, or if Paul can, but Paul's gonna have to be on his toes here to watch out for whatever Leops is gonna try to cook up here in second place. But right now, Germany's definitely in the favorable spots here with DKM, with it being shockless, I want to say right now, both baggers just hanging out at that first lane. Okay, Leop does make his way into first place now. Not sure what happened to Paul, but...
Target, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's T-Pow, I was going to say. Didn't really see exactly, but now it's in BNL's favor for sure, as now Leop is going to try to hold on to first here. We see Dane currently in 5th place with a blooper. We see Nico's in 4th right now. And yeah, we'll see what this last lap has in store for us here.
Yeah, I still think it's a 2T4 for Germany. Yeah, Kevin, Paul, and Nico's in 2T4, and they've quite a massive lead over 5th already. Leo's being in first, helping Benelux, and another POW coming in actually. Might target POW, the German players. Might have been a Benelux POW. So no shock in play just yet. Dane getting closer to these German 2T4s, but not able to. Maybe the bomb snipe, the Milka bomb snipe, and does end up getting Nico. And Leo getting third, actually. 1-3-5 for Benelux. And what a clutch bomb coming out from Dane. Leo held onto that build probably the entire race. We see a late shot coming out from any of the baggers, but it didn't really matter. But 1-3-5, very clutch bomb coming out from Dane. Not sure what position Jeff did end up getting. If he managed to get 6 or 7 from that, it's going to be a very solid Benelux win and might make the difference 1 or 3 points.
Yeah,
between these two teams.
That is a huge difference and a huge play from Dane there. I mean, yeah, that definitely swings it into BL's favor, as they do get 1-3-5 instead of it maybe being a 2-3-4 for Germany. So that switches it to a BNL win. And it's plays like that in matches like this that can determine. And you need players to make the plays. You need big plays to be made when it matters the most. And coming up in prime time like Dane did there, I mean, he's definitely feeling himself after that. And Leops also did great work of getting Paul out of first with that T-Pow and then getting into first there. And I think one of the keys for BNL's success is Leops bouncing back from his last match's performance. If he's on his game like he usually is and he's making plays, BNL's going to be in a really good spot and they're going to have a good chance to win this match for sure.
Definitely, and that second big gun from Benelux, we always talk about, Jeff Wright. He's not really having the best of wars up until now, but Leops, on the other hand, is completely canceling that with I think he's on 67 after 5, completely crazy right now. Hasn't finished out of the top 3, I believe, in any of the races.
A big 52 from him in GP1, and then the first place here. So yeah, he is carrying BNL right now. Sonic has seen a complete opposite turnaround from last time, so now it's Leops carrying, and Jeff unfortunately having a rough time. But him being a veteran in this game, him having played the game for literally over a decade, he knows he can turn. He knows what he can do. He can turn around very fast, keep calm, keep cool, calm, and collected, and just keep chugging along. Because you can't tilt in a match like this. You have to keep a cool head here if you want to make a chance of winning this.
For certain. And we see Dane pulling out the Mega, getting into second. So top 2 for Benelux on a Benelux, actually top 3, Jeff in third as well. Top 3 for Benelux on a Benelux track pick again. So this Wario Goldman was picked by Benelux as well. I think that's like 5 out of 6 right now. So Miss Lady Luck. Oh, actually, though, 2 players get fall. Leo getting bumped into the car. Leops getting bumped into the car, and Dane falling off due to that bump as well. And that's just Benelux top 2 completely gone. I'm not sure which bagger that was. If that was yours, it's very, very unfortunate for Team Benelux. But
Yeah,
we see
not
Germany
sure.
still in all of those battle pods, though. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. I was just saying, I'm not sure which factor that was, so maybe a troll. We might see some penalties coming out, or maybe it was BNL's bagger. Yeah, if it was, that's highly unfortunate for sure.
Definitely. Germany, on the other hand, still 5-7-8 after that. They did throw a blue rather. So one of the Benelux members did get blue, but still Germany holding on to the top spots right now. I mean Benelux rather, my apologies. There's going to be a shot coming out from Team Germany. Paul's going to be dodging. I think Kevin is also going to be dodging. Dane's going to be cancelling his TC with a mega. Very lucky pull there. But still Benelux holding on to the top positions right now, though.
Yeah, but that Germany shot is definitely going to help him. Definitely. And Nikos does get the star out on Dane. And we see BNL in bottom 2 now. So Germany is making their way up there. That shot was huge for them. They're now trying to break into those top spots right now. And I mean, Pat's still relatively close. So we could see a late shot. You see both baggers pretty close, although one is breaking away in 10th. So yeah, shot might be a factor here late. We'll see if anyone can pull dodge to try to get those megas in those mid spots. We'll see Leop just in a star and 8th right now. Dane's golding up right now. Can he make it into 5th? He gets into 5th. Can he break into 4th? Probably not. Blue is going to hit after the line, so that's not a factor. But
I think Jeff got blue on the line.
He got blue?
I think
yeah, did that hit Jeff?
Oh my goodness. I think he got 8. I think he got 8
Oh.
out of that instead of seconds. That is... Wow. Oh, I think he failed the pow dodge. I think he failed the pow dodge on the line and then got blue as a reward for that. That is heartbreaking. That is a complete like mental destroyer. Even wow, that's very unfortunate for Jeff.
Oh my lord! I thought for sure no one would get hit before the line. I thought that blue's hitting after, but if you did indeed fail the pow dodge, that is a terrible mistake from Jeff. That does get him 8th that race, so it's a 1-3-4-6 for Germany. What could have been perhaps a 2-3 for BNL, and if I'm making it not as bad, I mean, who knows? That could have been a BNL winning race if Jeff did not indeed fail pow dodge or get blued on the line for that matter. We'll have to get confirmations from chat, but oh my lord. What a
I think it was
there.
Yeah, it was either a failed pow dodge or Leo accidentally hit Jeff on the line. It was either of those two things. But that's, going down from 2nd to 8th, it's just minus 10 points, obviously. So, very unfortunate for Team Benelux overall, also for Jeff. But that's going to give Germany quite an advantage, though, going into the 7th race. They've been building up that advantage after the first GP, and I think they'll be probably leading by about 15 points now, if I had to estimate.
20 at the moment.
20, actually.
Barring no penalties, of course, as we did see the bagger killed 2 of BNL there, so we're not exactly sure, but just something to keep in mind. That could be a factor later on in the war, but for now, 20-point lead for Team Germany. Kralte coming up big, pulling that shock there that did dodge Paul, and Kevin was able to get the TC pass off to Dane as well, so 2 huge plays from Germany. That was the difference to that race, for them getting a winning race, and then obviously Jeff getting blued on the line there, and they get their track pick in TF. Pretty standard for 1-3-4 here, I'd say, for sure. Probably got to make sure you get that tight box, try to get BNL 2nd place over there. You could be sitting pretty if you are Team Germany here.
Dane's getting in the draft, so he's getting into 1st, but 24 for Germany. And as a small remark, we did get confirmation that it was the German bagger that pushed Leops into the cart, so probably some throwing penalties going to be coming up later, but more on that later. And we see Benelux actually sneaking to the top 2, giving the 1-3-4 from Germany. Paul's going to be trying to get into 2nd. That green is also very nice from Leops, the double backspin, or potential double backspin from Benelux coming out. Top 2 from Benelux on Germany's track pick on this Toads Factory in a relatively similar scenario as the RBC right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is just a little bit of deja vu for Germany, as BNL was able to force their way into the top spots early on, and that's just tragic for Germany, as they could not hold on to those top spots. And on TF, if you lose your top spots early on, I mean, it can be GG's. I mean, that's really bad. And yeah, I would like to see some double backing here for BNL if they're able to. That POW's gonna thwart those plans early on at least. But maybe in the red room here, we see a bib. I don't know what Leo's has, but you do want to try to back as much as you can here, or block the Shrooms too. That's a really good blocking spot right here. We see a nano on it, but they're just gonna take Shrooms with ease here. But look how broken ahead they are though in top 2.
Yeah, that's
not
insane.
Gonna be broken up.
For sure, and the fact as well, it's Toads Factory. Shock's probably not going to be in play, right? The hardest track to get Shock on, probably. And look at that Benelux top 2. Very nice from them. No blues actually. Might be Jeff or Leo holding on to the blue as well. And if that's the case, there's just no way in for Germany. Like, the door's locked, you're not getting in. And that's going to be 27 points for Team Benelux. It's now up to Jeff and Leo to try and get into those top positions as well to maximize Benelux profit from this race. We see Baxman coming out in the red room. Might hit out any of the players. Not going for the Shroomless, just to be sure that, well, the lead is big enough. You don't need the Shroomless anymore. That's, yeah, Benelux, very nice top 2. I think Chef's going to be getting 4th or 5th there. Leo might be a little bit more back, but very solid performance coming out from Team Benelux again on those front-running tracks, coming out from Germany when they have those top positions. And they just managed to sneak into those top positions magically, like wizards, really. Beautiful performance, especially Leops. Again, it's always been Leops on the RBC as well, on the TF. He's been getting into that first somehow, and he's just not giving it up.
Yeah, they ran that race to perfection there in top 2. No mistakes made. And, I mean, that's what you would expect. If BNL takes over top 2, you're not really going to expect them to make those mistakes. And they didn't there. And, yeah, Germany suffered by losing those top spots early on. I'm not really sure what happened to first. If he got bumped out, maybe, yeah, because we did see a draft coming up, so maybe they got bumped out at first by the draft. But nonetheless, yeah, I mean, it was costly, and it really hurts now. So only a 3-point lead for Team Germany now, barring the Pens, of course, after 7 races.
Yes.
It's almost dead. It's almost deadlocked right now, like right here. And this is what you want to see in an elimination, in a winner go home. I mean, this is winner take all here. But for the brag stage, this is what you want to see if you are a viewer of this match between the 2 titans of these teams in the World Cup. I mean, a lot of people think Benelux can win the whole thing, but don't sleep on Germany though. With how good their lineup is, can't sleep on them. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good for Team Benelux to be able to turn it around just a little bit, decrease that 20-point gap to a 3-point gap. I believe Germany also has a potential trolling penalty, so it's barring any trolling penalties, we might see a couple of those coming in. Going into this 8th race, we see Bicycle Wii getting picked. Not entirely sure. I think it's probably going to be a Benelux pick, given their top 2-4 ideal positions for this track.
Oh,
but we see Dane actually getting
early on here, which sends him into 8th. That was an unfortunate sequence of events there, and he's gonna have Leops loses his first. So what was a top 2 turns into a bottom 3 early on for Benelux. So Germany turns the tables extremely fast on BNL's track pick. I mean, great play from them to hit him out with those shells and stuff. We might see a collision take though. I think Leops went for it. I'm not sure if he made it or not. He may. I don't
think he made it.
Yeah, I
don't think he did. No. That's going to be Germany. I think top 2, 4, 5. So that's really solid from Germany, and they gave Benelux the Benelux treatment, right? The front-running track and just destroying those top positions immediately. Nico did spam that red very, very quickly after the first set, able to take out Dane. I think Leo's holding on to a dodge as well. Got a box in 8th or in 7th in the beginning, so might have been holding on to a star. We see a mega command from Dane. If yours can pull out a shock and target shock some of the German players as well, that's going to be very huge for Team Benelux. We see one of the German players getting TC'd, so it's only a, well, I think it's a 1v4 or a top 2-4. Not entirely sure where. I think Jeff is third right now, so that's top 2-4 for Team Germany right now.
Yeah, and if you're BNL, you gotta be trying to chain for the blues or the pows to try to T-bomb, because there are some nasty T-pow spots on this track. But we do see Dane holding the Mega 5th. Could be a sign that yours has shock potentially. Okay, Kevin's just vibing with the Schumann first, but now he is big chill and can dodge blues if they come. Germany is in a good spot, but if yours can indeed pull that shock, BNL can turn the time on this race extremely fast. But I don't, as of right now, these top spots with Germany ain't broken up. Although Nico does get an unfortunate TC. Dane's still holding on to this Mega here. Is probably going to opt to use it pretty soon.
Yeah, but Germany's holding on to so many of the top positions. They need the shock release. It's not coming out from from yours right now, and that's probably Germany securing top 2-4 at this point, unless Jeff can make a miracle play at the end there. But Dane getting bombed as well is going to put Leo in 5th, but Nico is also up there. I'm not sure where Leops is. He's even further behind in 8th. It's probably going to be dead 8th, and I think this might be a Benelux bottom 3 if Nikos is able to beat Leop on the line. And I think that's going to be the case. So Team Germany, top 2, 4, 5. What a complete
destruction on this Bowser Castle, and finishing off GP2 with such a huge race to just extend that lead again to what it originally was is definitely a huge morale boost. And it does seem like Kiralte was holding on to the shock as well. So it's just a perfect race coming out from Team Germany.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't really ask for much of a better race other than top 4, I guess. But yeah, a top 2, 4, 5, an amazing race for Germany to end off the GP2. So yeah, their lead is gonna be a little bigger now. And just well, we'll have to see if this maintains the rest of the way. So now Germany has the momentum in their favor. I mean, you have to be feeling pretty good getting that BNL top 2 out on their own traffic of BCWE as what was top 2 turned into that bottom 2 with Leops and Dane, and they were just able to command the rest of the top spots and do great work running in first. Kevin with that Struman first, of course, just ran it up with no trouble at all whatsoever, and then Karalte getting that shock to hold it. Dane, I guess, was just hoping that Yoris could pull. He was holding out a Mega for quite a while in the mid.
I think 2 laps, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he would have been better off trying to chain for the blue, or even POWs, because those top spots were just not going to be broken up when you're. I mean, yeah, just with all those top spots that Germany had there, you needed POWs, you needed blues, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were heavily relying on the shock, and it just didn't come, and Germany just broke away. Chef was trying his best there in turbo. It was pretty much nothing he could have done there, unless some miracle snipes, but those were very unlikely, and it's not something you want to rely on as a team, right? Leops getting into 8 and just not able to get out of that position for 2 lap straights also, I wouldn't say concerning, but definitely not the greatest performance on that Bowser Castle as well. I think he went for glitch twice and failed it twice or something. But yeah. Team Germany up at 24 points, I believe, so 24-point lead after 2 GPs. And it's going back and forth, but Germany is still holding on to the lead quite nicely here.
Yeah, and for Germany, I mean, all of them are scoring pretty well here, and Leops is just keeping BNL in it right now, being on 87 after 2 GPs. Obviously, Indies aren't everything. They're not even a big thing at Worlds. It's a team event. You win it as a team, you lose as a team. But Leops is carrying his own weight right now, and then some for BNL, trying to keep him as close as they can, and hoping that BNL will get some good rate. Can start getting some good races now. But if you're Germany all around, all their runners are pulling their own weight and doing what they need to do. I mean, they are up for this challenge. And now on Maple True, which I believe was BNL track day being 1-3, this is pretty much textbook Maple spots. We will see Dane trying to red out Crash, but he breaks that red with his banana there. And a 1-3 currently for BNL. See if Jeff can do some back spamming, try to hit Crash here. Crash is trying to be annoying with this banana onto Dane, but Dane knows better than to get too close to him right now, being that player that he is right now. Goes for the protection and gets the triple bananas here.
I think so, 1-3-4 for Benelux even. So very nice starting position. This is probably like one of those potential running tracks for Jeff right now, trying to break away. If he can get Crash out of that second, well, I mean, Benelux is kind of gone already. Crash is going to go for the shortcut. Actually, never mind. Kevin's going to get redded out, though, so nice red coming out from Dane, trying to stop that retaliation coming out from Germany. It's going to be a 1-3-4 for Benelux going into lap 2.
Yeah, and Benelux is in a really good spot here on the run track. It is Maple. We do see it being chalkless, I believe, for right now. But if you're Team Germany, you're gonna have to try to risk some boxes and chain some boxes. We can see blue and bomb coming up, forcing Dane into his mega, and then the blue coming out onto Jeff there, I believe, or one of
gonna be Jeff.
Got blued. Yeah, and that's gonna help out Team Germany a little bit. They've done a good job of chaining the mid place boxes, getting the good mid place items, but still, you want to try to go for the shot, at least risk a less. Oh, that was so detrimental, getting him on the net there. That is a really bad spot to get hit. You lose all your speed on the net, and it's hard to accelerate for sure. So it's now a bottom 2 for BNL, I want to say. I believe that's Jeff way gone in 8 right now, and Germany's turning it around fast here.
Yeah, Jeff's definitely gone in 8 right now. Got blued and then got redded in the 3-way section as well. Might have gotten pushed off even, so definitely not favorable for Jeff. And Germany has a lot of the top spots. I think Leops and Leo are still holding on to 2 trees, so it's going to be 1-4-5 for Germany. Actually, never mind, that's not true. It's might be Benelux top 2, actually. I think Germany's 3-4-5 right now. Paul getting tarp out there, though.
Oh, so it is a 1-3 currently. We can switch to Kevin real quick if we're able to and see what he's hooking up here in the mid. Yeah, he's currently in second right now, although he does pull a shroom. He's going to be able to keep second. Okay, no, Leo's actually coming up, and sure enough, Okay, now, and Crash actually in first, so it's still a 1-3 for Team Germany, with Leo, he's gonna try to avoid the snipe. Okay, he will. He will not get green out there. But it is a winning race for Germany as they get 1-3-4. It
Yeah,
looks like
1-3-4.
there's another good race for Germany. And yeah, I mean, BNL was just kind of done in there by the Blues, the Reds. But great item pulls for Germany. They played that race really well. Not backing down when BNL was getting up there in those top spots and chaining for mid-place boxes for Blues, and that's what you get when you hit those boxes, and they prove they could even win without shock. They're on track like Maple. Usually we see cannon dodges oftentimes, dodging one team or the other, or maybe using some unconventional spots, but they didn't need shock. I mean, they did it. They did it all by themselves and got the 1-3-4-8-9 for Germany. So, this is gonna have them. Okay, so we did have the pens added. So Team Germany was given a 10-point penalty, and BNL was given a 5-point penalty. So right now, we'll get you the score update here. It's going to be 30-point lead for Team Germany here after 9.
Yeah, very solid performance coming out from Germany. I kind of feel for Jeff there, getting blued, getting red, getting pushed off most likely. I'm not sure, we didn't see it on screen, but I think that's the reason why he was so far behind as well. Same with Dane getting red with 2 reds around him. Probably should have backed one of those reds. Kind of risky to hold them around him, but still. On the other hand, lucky Shroom pulled to get himself off the net because otherwise he's just completely gone. But still, you kind of feel for Jeff in that sense. Ended up getting 8 or 7, I believe. I think Paul got 8, Jeff got 7, so that's 3 points in comparison to a potential 15. That's kind of unfortunate for Jeff. We see DK Summit getting picked by the Germany. Germany holding on to 1-3-4. Very solid pick coming out from them, I do believe.
Yeah, this is definitely a good pick. I would definitely agree with you here. Most of them are really good on Summit. I definitely see if they can on tough spots. You gotta try to block the double if you can. Maybe try some backing on like a little snowdrifts too to try to catch BNL off guard. But if you're BNL, I mean, you gotta stay calm. You gotta know that you can do this and you can go on a run with the lineup they have. But see if they can get swing race here.
Yeah, already top 3 Benelux again. I don't know how they do it. But each and every single time on those running tracks, Dane making the double eventually, so still top 2-4 for them. That was that was close, but then again, Benelux is magically getting to those top positions on those running tracks. I'm not sure how they do it, but they've been doing it phenomenally. Jeff into first, coming out from 7th, I believe, as well. Very solid coming out from top 2, 4 Team Benelux. Lee's probably going to be around 7, I think. I think Germany's in 8 right now. Ideal positions for Team Benelux right now. If they can just keep on running, try to get the blue in 4 for something, hold on to the blue, secure that top 2. Then again, we're only halfway lap 2. This track, I mean, potential shock cannon dodge. Getting pushed off, actually, Dane here on the double. That red shell and the shrooms and the drift off, they're very close there. It's going to be Benelux bottom 2, I think.
That was a security bump off there from, I assume that was Germany that rammed him off there at the single. They said, nope, access denied there at the cut area. So he is down and out right now. As you see on Kevin's POV here, he's just got these triple greens on 4th. Jeff holding on to, I think, first or second right now. We did see one of the baggers make the strat backwards, and one of the baggers didn't. Okay, it was Joris, so Joris could be in possession of shock. We saw Paul filling up, maybe trying to predict a BNL shock, but okay, yeah, we will see. We switch over to Dane real quick. We'll see him dodging up, slinging a star probably, but
yeah, Shock's gonna come here and give me a screen as well, and there it is. Did target Shock, I think 3 and 4 from Germany as well, so a double there. Actually, Kevin making the double while being small. Very nice lines from him coming out. Actually, Germany managed to get into second, actually, so that's going to be 1-3 for Benelux. Not able to secure that top 2. 1-3-5 coming out from Benelux is definitely a winning race, but they were holding on to that top 2 for so long and holding on to the Shock, so it's relatively surprising. Nikos was able to sneak into that second place there. Definitely minimizing that damage that Benelux could have potentially done, because we have to keep in mind Benelux is trailing behind 30 points going into this. I believe this is the 10th race of the war.
Yes.
So we're halfway now. Benelux did end up getting 1-3-5, 7-10. So it's definitely still a winning race by a decent portion. Probably almost halving that deficit that they were currently facing.
Yeah, that was a +7 race for Team BNL. So they are excuse me. So they are slowly starting to creep back into this match and cutting into that deficit. And if you're Team Germany, I mean, you probably gotta still be a little worried that Team BNL is lurking right behind, starting to creep up, getting that 1-3-5-7. You might not think that's a massive race, but those races can snowball with ease, and before you know it, BNL could just be in front once again, be in the lead. As you were saying, they keep getting into these top spots, kind of like mysteriously and magically. When Germany's starting in, like, for instance, 1-4 top two, BNL just seems to find their way into first and top two themselves. Who knows how they're doing it, but just maybe like outsmarting them, just playing like getting outplayed, maybe some drafts, some nana hits. We're not really sure, but yeah, BNL is right here and they're right next to Germany, so this lead is absolutely not safe here, as we will go into Moonview Highway. See what they can do here.
Yeah, Movie Highway getting picked by Team Benelux 1-3-5. We're going to switch to Dane POV because they already started. Someone got taken out. I think that's a German player. 2 German players getting taken out. Top 3-6 for Benelux, I think. Germany, Crash and Paul managed to get into 4-5. Crash actually shrooming up there. But this track is, well, Jeff getting fipped there. Leo pulling out a TC, but Leap's already kind of breaking away with Dane in second, with holding on to 2 shrooms. Very solid from Team Benelux start. Again, their starts are amazing. If they can hold on to these positions, they're off for a really good race. And Movie Highway is one of those tracks where you're falling behind. It's practically impossible to come back. So even more than, for example... Oh, actually getting random green there. Wheelie locked to getting random green. Actually, it was a snipe radar even. I'm not sure how you want to name it, but very uncharacteristic wheelie lock. And I would kind of call it a fail. Shot coming out from Team Germany even on lap 2. Crash dodging in turn, but then getting hit by a truck, I believe. And Jeff, starting up so much happening right now, but it's going to be Benelux into 1-3-4 right now. Crash getting redded there by Jeff as well, and Leop still holding to a massive lead. But with the boost panels, I don't think I think one boost enough to take him out of first barely still.
Yeah,
1-3-4 for Germany, over Benelux.
A blue could absolutely do doing Leops here and could kill his race, because this pack is close. With that very early lap 2 shock, that shook things up a ton, and now it's no longer a break. But the pack is close up there in the top spots. We will not be able to switch POVs. We're currently in out now, so we'll have to switch. So we have to stay on Dane at the moment, currently in 8th, just trying to do everything he can to catch up there. Migos did get killed, although it looks like by a car, so he could maybe see Dane eke out 7th here, potentially, if... Okay, another shot comes in. We can't really see what's happening in the mid-pack, but someone did dodge. Very quickly switch to Kevin here, as he is in second. Leop still in first, is trying to back everything he can to get Kevin off of him. Okay, now Shock is going to come in. We'll probably see who dodged up here in a second. Looks like maybe
I think Germany.
I'm not sure. Germany, Shock, you think?
I think it's 2-3 Germany. Yeah, it's one of the German players building up 2-3-5-6. No, actually 2-3-5-8 probably coming out from Germany. Very late shock. I'm not sure which team used the shock on lap 2, because Crash and Jeff, both of them dodged. I think it might have been a very early shock coming out from Germany, trying to chain to a second one, which they did at the end there. But Leops just was gone. That was just Leops' playing field. Yeah, 2-3-5-8 for Germany. Very neutral race coming out from both of these teams too. Going to the 12th, and well, we're almost ending the third GP already. 11 races in. I think Leops is already above 100 individual as well. Definitely having a way better war in comparison to a couple of days ago against England. And that's going to be, I think, Germany barely edging it out. 22-26.
That was a +1 race for Germany there. So they're up by 24 now. So almost as even as it can get. But Germany barely coming out on top. And you have to wonder, if it wasn't for Carlton getting those early shocks there, would BNL have broken away there, and they could have gone a much better race. So Carlton maybe saving Germany a little bit here from a potential disaster, and it just gives them a +1. So they're still holding on to a lead, but not a big lead by any means. We still have 9 races to go. A lot can happen, and I think a lot will happen in these last 9 races. We could see some lead changes still. It's anyone's game right now. With BNL's lineup, despite them being down, it's still anyone's game in my opinion. They can go off for like a top 3, top 4 at any moment, especially if yours can pull those shocks. For sure, they could do a lot of damage here against Germany. We'll see CM being the pick coming out here for BNL. This was BNL track pick here.
Yep. Definitely a BNL track pick. Dane has to be kicking himself though after that movie highway, being in pretty much a secure top 2, getting random greened, then pulling the TC, getting hit by a truck. Very unfortunate on him. Ended up getting 7th over in the end, so the difference between 2nd and 7th is massive. Especially in the war this close right now. Dane gonna be pulling out the triple shrooms here. Gonna be taking a cut the bomb there as well. Dane's gonna be holding on to 2 shrooms here in first, securing him. Most likely another cut in the beginning of the second lap, and potentially a blue dodge if one were to come. Benelux holding on to the top 2, Leops in second right now. And that's Benelux once again the beginning sections of this Coconut Mall in the top positions.
Barely misses the boost pal though. We'll see if that ends up costing him at all. He is still currently in first with 2 shrooms, so if he can try to break away, he's got to avoid these cars. That second one was close, but still in first position. It is a top 2 for BNL right now, and on CM, where shock isn't always a factor, BNL has a massive advantage. You see Dane using one of the streams just to take cut here to further break away. I love that, and he hopefully can secure first. Maybe yours can either keep. If you're yours, you have to either keep it shotless, or if you don't end up getting a shot, just keep it shotless. That is definitely the play right now. This could be the race that BNL needs potentially. We'll see what happens in the last 2 hours, but for now, Dane is just gone first. We can probably switch to Kevin for a while because that's where most of the action is happening right now. Currently in 4th right now. Jeff is in 2nd, so top 2, 4 for BNL right now. Good, yes. They're in good spots. Oh, it's now a top 3, as we did see Germany get hit out there. So Kevin does have triple shield, though. He probably can't have 3 options if he doesn't get back. Now he's trying to be annoying with this red shell. Might try, or not red shell, banana. I'm sorry. I try to be niche with this. Who knows? It's Leops, but yeah, we'll see him.
Leops takes him. Oh, actually, megging Nico's there. What a beautiful play coming out from Leops. Kevin managed to get past, but he did have some time loss there. So top 2 breaking away for Benelux. I think Dane's still long onto the shroom at first as well, because there's been no POW or no blues even. So top 2 for Benelux, pretty secured at this point. The random green coming out. Actually, blues. I did see a blue, I think, but Dane should be able to dodge that one. Dane has already finished. We go back to Kevin's POV. Top 3 for Benelux. Is this the miracle race they need right now to completely cut that score difference? Top 3, Leops going to be finishing up in 3rd, and they do manage to secure it. What a play coming out from Leops in the cut. Top 3, 8. Leops not able to get into one of the other positions, sadly. But that's a huge race coming out from Team Benelux. Jeff and Dane. Chef's backspell was so brutal. Very hard to avoid, and we see multiple members from Team Germany getting caught up there. And yeah, very nice race coming out from Benelux.
That is the race that BNL needed, absolutely there. And we just have to, and definitely the player to talk about is definitely Leops. Just using his mega in the cut and wreaking havoc on Team Germany. He just absolutely ended Nico's race there. And then we saw Kevin, which just had to play safe there with those shrooms. He wasn't able to take full advantage of those shrooms, but Leops doing a great job of slagging there and just giving BNL that top 3. I mean, he's playing like Leops. Like, that's all we can really say is he's playing like himself this match, and
exactly.
It's paid dividends for BNL. He's been able to carry BNL all the way to right now it's a -5 point differential for BNL. So almost even as we go into these final 8 races. I mean, I have to ask you, Quinn, if you're in BNL shoes, what are you saying in call right now? And what's kind of your game plan for these final 8 races?
Yeah, Germany has been leading the entire war. So 12 races straight, Germany was in the lead. They managed to crawl back to 3 points, then got back to -30 again. And now they're only trailing behind 5 points. It's practically nothing at this point. There's 8 races left. They can definitely, I mean, it's close to the closest they've been in the entire war. I think momentum is definitely on their side right now with that top 3. Sadly, we start a new GP, so the positions get reset, because otherwise, with that top 3, you definitely would have seen some of the running tracks coming out again from Team Benelux, which they have been very, very good at. And well, yeah, I think Team Benelux, they've managed to come back. I wouldn't call the comeback just yet, but they've managed to just crawl back inch by inch to get us into a best of 8 races and a 5 score difference. So definitely one of the closest wars we've had in the entire World Cup.
Yeah, and I mean, none better of a match for it to be as close as this when it is do or die. I know we've said this a bunch. Sorry for sounding a broken record, but it's do or die. So this is peak entertainment right here. We hope it's going to come down to the last race. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these matches, like the one we casted Ireland versus Canada yesterday, and that was a blowout. We saw like Scotland versus Team Latin America, that turned into a blowout. But no, this is almost deadlocked even after 12 races here. This is what you want to see with two premier teams here going at it with each other, playing to go on to the bracket stage. They're not trying to go home. They're trying to still have a fighting chance to win this whole thing. And if you're Germany, you're just really want to try to get this upset that yeah, you've just been that's what you gotta have, the mindset that you can win this match. This match is right here for the taking. We'll see if they can kind of stop the bleeding and stop BNL's momentum here on RWS, but I could definitely trust Jeff to stay in first. Oh, he gets hit out by Reds early on, and so Dane's gonna find himself in 8th place here with Kevin. That's just gonna set him back here.
Yeah, those were also Leo's Reds, unfortunately, there, so taking out his teammate. But Germany on the back foot right now, holding on to multiple of the bottom positions here. I think Benelux, Jeff still probably holding on to first and leaves probably into second or third right now. It's going to be, actually, I think it's a 1-3 for Benelux right now. Jeff in first and then third for Dane here. Kevin trying the miracle snipe here, but misses barely. 1-3-4 for Benelux, actually, on their track pick again. We didn't really talk about, but this is again Benelux track pick. They've been getting quite lucky with the track picks, but Germany has been handling that quite well. And blue coming out for Jeff, gonna hit him on the boost panel. So still well, if there's a place you want to be blue, I think that's one. And actually, Dane got hit by his own bomb. Someone hit his bomb midair. I think that was a Benelux member as well. I'm not entirely sure. Nico's with a TC. So much happening once again, but Benelux going out to 5, 6, 7. So it's Germany in 3 of the 4 top positions. We go to Kevin's POV, and this Kevin in first, and Leo in second. So Leo, the last man standing for Benelux here.
Yeah, unfortunate with the blues and then with the bombs there, but right now the momentum and the tides are injured. Although he fails a turn skip a little bit, Kevin. That is a rare misplay there from Kevin. We don't usually see him fail that turn skip, and he loses first. But Crash and Paul are still up here. It is currently I want to say it's a 1-3, or or 2-3 now, as Leo has
2-3,
first now. Yeah, back to 2-3 for Team Germany. Although these triple shrooms and for Kevin could be massive, and the blue is also going to be massive. So back
another blue, yeah.
Does Germany go? And now Kevin just taking the cut here, breaking away in first. Can he hold on to it? I haven't really been keeping much tabs on the bagging battle, but we could see a TS come into play here. He makes the turn skip now. Can he hold on to first on these last couple of turns? Uses his last shroom, try to break away even more. Slow down. Okay, that tells me BNL has shock, and we will see the shock coming in. Leops is off. He's off in first, and now it's going to be a first place for Kevin there, and maybe a top 2, but I think a 1-3 for Germany, unless Paul barely eked out second. Leops gets baited by Kevin there. Wow. Great play from Kevin.
I think that's German shock, isn't it? Isn't it like, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. It might have been a German shock.
Yeah, you're right. It could be. I'm not sure. I just like Kevin stopped there at TS ramp, maybe I thought he was like predicting a BNL shock. That's what I assume, but yeah.
That's also a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, we can get chat to verify whose shock that was exactly. I just figured he was predicting it, and then he baited Leops, but maybe not. Maybe it was a chat saying it had to be a sure. Yeah, I believe it was a BNL shock.
BNL shock, target shocking Leops in first. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah,
completely baited by Kevin.
Shock. My suspicions were correct in that.
Wow.
Kevin predicted that beautifully, and then baited Leops.
That's a war-changing play. That's insane. That's what a play from Kevin. I thought it was a German shot, but Dane did dodge it, and Mega ended up getting second, somewhat salvaging the race for Benelux, with Leo and Leops getting 7-8 there. Germany once again increasing the lead. Like, every single time, GP's over, leads close, first race back, leads extended again by Germany. So they've been able to keep up their momentum. They're up 14 after Waluigi Stadium, so 14-point buffer going into race, I believe, 14 now. They are going to be picking Koopa K. Benelux going to go with the BC3.
Yeah, and we'll see BC3, so a BNL track pick here, and this is kind of Liop's stomping grounds here. He's very, very consistent at the Ultra. You might see him opt to go for it, although if you're Germany, you have to contest Liop's at the Ultra here, absolutely. Although with Liop still starting in a bottom spot, maybe he probably would opt to just get Sherman to try Rega cut. I don't know, we'll see, but Ultra could be a factor in laps 2 and 3, but for now, Kevin is starting and gets the trail fib on Dane. Great play from Kevin there to knock Dane all the way back to 7, and a bottom 2 for BNL at the moment. We will see Dane rolling some triple shrooms. It's not what you want there with BNL all around you. Yeah, Germany is definitely in the favorable spots. We'll see them probably try block cut. Dane's going to go for... Okay, no, he bagged res on Ultra, probably trying to screw over Germany there. Will make the shroomless cut, so Will find himself in third now. Top 3, I believe, for Germany, or top 2 at the very least.
Top 2, yeah. Dane in third, top 2. Crash and Kevin definitely kind of gone in the top 2 there. Target Pow coming out from Germany. Red as well almost got...
my god.
Oh my goodness, no,
He's
Dane...
Stuck. He's stuck right now on the railing. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Wait,
he
what?
can't move. He has to go off the track.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And look at that top 2 from Germany.
They are.
I mean, Liop's can make...
now.
Yeah, Liop's can make the Ultra 7 times at this point. I don't think he's catching up. What a performance from Germany. That target Pow, and then, okay, blue coming out. It is box Castle 3 after all. So many boxes, so many potential blues, but then again, that Crash and Kevin are gone. They're absolutely gone.
I don't see this being broken up. And also, Kevin made a smart play to block the Ultra, putting a Nana on it. So it might not even be takeable at this point. But yeah, they are chilling right now, Germany is. And we do see your... I'm not sure who was in 10. Okay, the blue's coming now. But yeah, still top everything for Germany. And right now, even with Shock, it might not even matter. They're still sitting pretty... I mean, look at their lead
top
right
3.
now. Yeah,
They're
BNL
top 3
needs
even,
a lot
yeah.
of blues. They need a lot of blues. We do see yours, I believe, in 10 right now. Just barely, yeah. So, and Karalte's off. So BNL
blue?
could have Shock. Another one comes on to Kevin here, but still, it is still a top 2. But BNL, if they do have Shock, they could definitely make the comeback, as this pack is tight now, except for maybe a bottom 2. But we do see cut takers. They have to TS them if they have Shock, which, okay, BNL I don't think has Shock, or else they would have most definitely TS'd Germany there at the cut. So probably going to be a top 2 we're seeing from Germany here.
Top 3
Top
still
3,
even.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, Nico's still in third there, holding on to that third the entire time. I think, okay, that's Kiralte actually. So Benelux is in 4th, but top 3. Germany's going to answer that Coconut Mall with a top 3 of their own on the Benelux track pick. And this Bus Castle 3 is just completely backfiring. I think Dane's going to be able to get 7, though. Paul, not entirely sure why he's trying to slow it instead of wheelie there. Did throw away 2 points. But, yeah, what a race from Germany again. They were just absolutely gone. Benelux had 2 blues. That wasn't enough. They were also holding on to Shock, I believe, Team Germany. Kiralte getting the Shock there. Perfect race. Perfect race. And we're back to square 1 for Team Benelux.
Yeah, that has to be so frustrating if you're Benelux. You fought to try to come back. You got the deficit all the way down, and then you get top 3 on your own track pick too. I might add, this was a BNL track pick, and Germany just gets top 3. Like, nothing more frustrating than that. But it's also safe to say I have never seen what happened to Dane there like at the end of lap 1. I've never seen someone get hit up onto the rail and then get stuck on the edge of the rail and just not being able to move. Him having to fall off there was just... That was definitely the dagger for BNL, but insane. That's definitely clip worthy there. It's
Definitely.
a 33-point lead for Germany now, so it is still pretty close. You still have 6 races to go, so I think if you're BNL, you gotta keep plugging. You gotta keep plugging along and try your best to stay calm. It might be a little bit of tilt and call right now, probably not though. I mean, these guys are veterans. They've been playing for too long to get tilted just like this in a match, in a match just so important as this one is.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit concerning is the fact that Benelux hasn't had a Shock, except for that Waluigi Stadium Shock that just went completely south for them. I mean, destroyed their own race there. So Benelux not really holding on, getting onto many Shocks as well. We see, I think Yoshi Falls getting picked by Team Germany as well. So Team Germany holding out the top 3, going for Yoshi Falls, a track that we don't really see all that often. I like it myself a lot. I think it's a really nice running track.
Yeah, it is underrated. Excuse me, for running. It's so short and it's just so easy to run because Shock oftentimes isn't even a factor because there's not even enough time to pull it sometimes. And even with blues, like blues obviously are or oftentimes aren't pulled to like lap 3. So definitely in the favor of Germany. Although Kevin's gonna get front redded though and comboed by a Dane there, and someone's off the track as
Oh,
well.
that's Paul. Paul's off. That's bottom 3 for Team Germany.
Oh,
Benelux holding on to top 3 here on the Yoshi Falls, actually. Crash getting into that turn, but Benelux top 2, 4. Getting Nanad off. Yeah, Nanad off. Top 4 for Team Benelux. What a turnaround here. Jeff getting blue, though. Jeff getting blue in the second lap, even on such a short track. Really unfortunate for Jeff, but still, I think top 3, 4 Team Benelux here. Pau coming out, but, well, trying to target Pau on Yoshi Falls is practically impossible. If Benelux
how the tables have turned in a hurry.
Another
there.
blue shell.
I mean, BNL did a complete 180. We do see another blue onto Leo, so that's gonna kill him. But still a top 3 from BNL there. Jeff finishing in 3rd. I'm not sure.
I think it's top 4.
Leo finished, but that's a mass top. Maybe I could.
I think it's top 4.
Top 4. What?
I think it's the top 4 and 9.
BNL.
That's wonderful.
On Yoshi Falls, a track where you wouldn't. I don't really expect that. I thought Germany would hold on to top spots for sure, but BNL did an amazing job of hitting them out. We saw Kevin and then Paul just completely die in the mid
Crash as well,
which killed them the whole race. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just remarkable turnover, and that's what we were saying. Okay, a top 3, 5, very close to a top 4, but nonetheless, that is a plus 25. I think yours got 10 there. So yeah. Only an 8-point lead, 8-point deficit for BNL. Once again, almost even. But can they break that? But can they break the ice and finally get back on top with this race? I mean, that's really the question you have to ask yourself right now. Can BNL get over that hump? Kind of that mental. Like, can they get that monkey off their back? I mean, insane race from them.
Exactly. Going into the 16th race, Germany is still leading every single race. Benelux is not able to overturn that as of, well, since the beginning of the war. They haven't been able to be in the positive just yet. 8 points difference, definitely canceling that BC3, which was crucial for Team Benelux. And they're going to go with the Rainbow Road. We see Cooper K, Peach Gardens, Shermanland. Team Germany not all that certain on what to pick themselves. But if Team Benelux get the Rainbow Road here, you're kind of scared for Team Germany. It's not going to be the Rainbow Road. It's going to be a Sherbet Land. But then again, Sherbet Land's also very runnable, in my opinion.
It is, yeah. You can run it, but if their team goes to Shotgun Blues, it is a comeback. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to get the shock. I think that might be the question for this race, but unfortunate that could not get the track pick there. But you have to think Germany has to be quite flustered right now after that Yoshi Falls pick. They were thinking they're chilling, they can run this, but that was not the case. So we'll see if Germany can bounce back here. We will see. Whose POV is this right now exactly? I can't.
Dane, I think it's a Dane POV.
Okay, Dane. All right. Yep. Okay, there it is. Dane POV. You couldn't really see the graphic there at the bottom. So yeah, Dane POV.
Yeah.
Germany back in Germany's still Germany's still keeping on to first right here. A 2-3 though right now for BNL, but Crash chilling up in first as you see a green sign with 10th. That's gonna dive off the track there. So Crash running it up. We do see yours gone in 10 right now. So if he does have shock, BNL could use an early one. And that tip was almost deadly there.
Very nice from Dane to avoid that one. That was practically impossible. Pulling out the Shroom in second as well, I think. Crash got Leops out of first there in the beginning section of the map, and Leo's now back into 7 or 8 together with Leo. 2-3 for Team Benelux still. Germany holding on to 1-4-5, I believe. So very neutral positions for both teams, but yours being in 10th is crucial for Team Benelux. If they can pull the shock here on this map, Geraldus still doesn't have a shock most likely. If they can pull out the shock here, that's going to be huge, especially if Leops and Leo can get a Mega or a Star there in the back, even a Bill potentially.
And they could use 2 as well if they do use very fast. We do see a Mega coming out from Team Germany, so they're gonna have to. BNL's gonna have to hold tight at least for now and try to weather out the storm there. Dane's doing everything in his power to get Crash out of first, trying to nano snipe in, but Crash being privy of those nanos is gonna keep avoiding them. While also Dane trying to play it safe and not get back spammed. Could do something with these greens here. She's gonna
be scary.
She's trying.
Yeah.
To no avail. The green back attempt from Crash is not going to connect, but this is a very important 1v1 battle here. Who is going to win out? My money's on Crash here, personally.
Crash has been playing phenomenally. Shot coming out, might be a Benelux shot. We see Paul getting redded there in the back. Crash most likely has first secured at this point, but Dane's going to be getting second. I think Jeff going to be getting third. Leops as well. They're back there. Might be a 2T4 for Team Benelux. Nico's actually 2T5-6, I think, 14 Benelux. So Germany, even though they get first, they lose the race here, but I don't think it's enough to overturn that 8-point deficit.
I don't think so either. I think Germany is still gonna have the lead, but just barely. But BNL continues to break into that deficit and is gonna almost draw even after this race. I'm sure of it. Yeah, we did see that kind of late shock. So maybe yours didn't pull till late, or BNL just didn't really have any place to use it there. And Crash with the very important first. So yeah, you're right. 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9. So we are almost we are almost even after 16 races. Only four races left, and okay, it was a +3, so a 5-point deficit for BNL. So I have 1 GP to go, and we're gonna, and I mean we're in for a treat, Quinten, right here. 4 races left.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen here? Will BNL come back, or will Germany hold on? What will happen? I mean, and you can repick now. In the last GP, repicks are allowed in the 5th GP, so we could see some of the same tracks we saw earlier. But what would your track picks be if you were both teams? What would you be picking?
Yeah, I mean, looking at what the teams have been picking, we haven't seen many luck tracks. Both teams really go for those running tracks or like those neutral tracks such as an MG or a Sherbetland. I think Benelux, do they want to go for the Yoshi Falls again? Well, at least like go for the Yoshi Falls and do what they did last time. We had the Bounce Castle 3 coming out from the very huge race coming out from Germany. Definitely did not go well for Team Benelux. We see them going for DDR, I think, immediately. Team Benelux. So yeah, I'm not sure actually what these teams are going to go for. They haven't really dabbled into those luck tracks. We haven't seen the Peach. Well, actually Peach Be's more of a running take in my opinion, but might be a hot take. But then again, the Mario Raceway, the MC3, the Delfino Square to some extent. But I think both teams just going to stay away from that. Just going to rely on the running still. And actually DDR and Mushroom Course. So the first 2 tracks of the entire war are going to get picked again here. Okay, interesting.
DDR. Yeah, I do like this. I do like that they've been going with more running tracks. You know, both teams know better than to rely on RNG to win this. They want to run this with sheer running power. And I think that's definitely an advantage, definitely for Team Germany. Is there a lot of their runners are more focused on running, and some of BNL's runners are more focused on like cuts and trying to make the plays. So we'll have to see what happens here on DDR. Currently, Jeff holding on to that first. It's a 1-3 for BNL right now. Paul in second. It's a 2-4, yeah, for Germany right now, and we'll see what happens with this exchange here up on the wall, which we see, yeah, him making it with ease there. Right now, Jeff just running up. You see the bagging battle, pretty close, but one of the baggers does have a slight lead.
Dane backed both German runners there with that single red. Nikos and Crash both getting taken out by Dane. It was a really nice red coming out from him. Instead of throwing it forward, which most people expect, he threw it backward there off the wall glitch. But then again, it's DDR, so cuts. Yeah, there's a lot of comeback potential on this track here. Dane going to be getting hit by the Nana as well. I think Benelux is holding on to a 1-4-5 right now. 2-3 or 2-4 for Germany. As we switch to Kevin's POV, taking the golden strat here, going to get himself into second. But Paul getting Nana by Jeff is going to give Leops that 3rd position, I do believe.
Yeah, Jeff is taking names with these backslams here early on, along with the running. I mean, this is what Jeff can do, and this is when Jeff is at his best. He's backing players while maintaining first place here. We do see a shot coming in lap 2. I'm not exactly.
Has to be German. I think it's German. They got Jeff off the boxes. I think we see someone building up in the back as well on the mini-map. I think that's a German shock. But a lap 2 shock does give a potential for a late lap 3 shock, though, from either of the baggers.
And I think Karate was 9 just by a little bit. I think, yeah, yours is 10 at the moment. So, yeah, he is indeed. So I don't know. Will that come back to bite Germany? Will yours get the late shock, and can BNL, as they are kind of in the mid to back spots, maybe they're holding megas or maybe trying to get some stars. Could maybe see a late, yeah, that could be definitely a factor. It looks like Jeff is going to hold on to first here, although as I say that, Blue's probably going to come any second now. We'll see, I think it is. But will I think
it was being held by Benelux, I think, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so maybe it hits Kevin on the line.
Leops getting, Crash getting 3rd there, Leops getting 4th, I think. We see a Blue on the line, actually. Someone got taken out by the Blue. Might be Leops, actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But Jeff,
I'm not sure who that hit exactly either. Might
what a
be
run from Jeff! And actually, his back spams have been so good. Jeff's back spams
Yeah.
have been so hard to avoid. Wow. Securing that first, sir.
He played that so well. He played that race so well up at the front. Yeah, it is a 2-3-4-6 from Team Germany. So, so BNL just wasn't really just able to support Jeff. He was kind of all alone up there in first, and it's going to be a 12-point lead for Germany after 17 races. Right now, we'll see what happens, but BNL going to have to support Jeff up there for sure if they do want to come back. If Germany just keeps getting these races, I mean, they're going to win obviously, but I mean, you got to try to keep playing you got to try and not get top 2 or top 3. That's the last thing you want if you're Germany. And if you're BNL, I mean, you don't need big races. You got to keep in mind that you do not need big races. You just need, I mean, even at the moment, a small winning race would be fine. But just even getting like 1-3-5s or 1-3-4s would be fine if you're BNL right now. That's what you got. I think that's what you got to play for.
Yeah, exactly. Germany is up 12 going to the last 3 races. A small buffer there for Team Germany.
Currently
Going
in
into
a bad break right now.
going into track pick 18, I think it's going to be Mushroom Gorge actually going to get picked. So we see the same 2 tracks getting picked as well in the 5th GP. So Mushroom Gorge is going to be Germany's pick. Leops had a beautiful run on this the first time we played on it. I'm curious to see if he can replicate that. He is starting in 7th, I do believe, so could get Triple Shroom's first set.
All right, here we go. We have back to our POVs here. We see triple greens coming out here for Dane, and yeah, currently he's gonna try to cheat some shrooms here in the mid spots, and he gets the triple shrooms. Perfect pull on this track. That is exactly what you want. And with BNL currently in good spots in 1-3-4 right now, I would imagine Dane would be in first unless Crash or Leo just have shrooms. Yeah, no, it's only Dane, so he's gonna take it over first, makes the gap there, and now is in the driver's seat this race with yours in 10 right now as well.
And Leop's taking the gap as well. Could be holding on to 2 more shrooms, so that could be double shrooms for the top 2 runners for Benelux. And then Jeff and Leo also being like 3-5 most likely. That's going to be very huge positions coming out from Team Benelux on this track. And you could argue I wouldn't say it's a luck track, but the shock on the mushrooms in the end is very vital in certain cases. But then again, yours being in 10th does increase Benelux chances of getting that shock. And
now.
They do have the shock.
Yeah, he went forwards in there. Yeah, he didn't fall off. So we do see a BNL shock right there, which screws over Germany on the gap. Pretty sure that was them that got TS'd off. The problem is, though, yours cannot pull another. Pretty sure is now Karalte is miles in 10, but might be worth, though, for BNL. Now Jeff is in first, so a top 2, maybe more for BNL, with a little bit of a break as well. But Germany can get that last shock. So will we see it in the play?
That last shock will probably get Jeff and Dane after the mushroom section, I do believe, and I think that's why they went for a very late lap 2 shock, which is, I think it's a valid strategy, but then again, 3-4 could be holding on to shrooms and could overtake Dane here if they take the gap. I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be close, actually.
I'm not sure. Kept second, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think it's up to 4.
Yeah, and there it is. Big race for BNL. We'll see what else they got there. Yeah, we see on the other PV, Leops was just hanging out there at the line, but yeah, this is just Kevin. End of the race here. Okay, yeah, Leo did take gap, but so did Paul. So yeah, a good race for BNL here. And that early shock didn't come back to bite them. Karalte just maybe just wasn't able to pull that last shot, but they used it a little early. But it worked because they got all of Germany off at the gap. So I do like that decision from BNL, I think.
It's like a little unorthodox. 1-3-5-6 coming out from Benelux, actually. 1-3-5-6-9, so very solid race coming out from them. And that shock use is a little unorthodox because you don't really see that often at that position, right? One thing I did notice, I think they target shocked Leops, actually. Leops was in second, and the guy in second got TS'd while taking a gap. And I think Leops was also holding on to double shrooms. So interesting shock usage from BNL there, but it did end up working out in the end. And they're only trailing behind 3 points. So going to the last 2 races, Benelux is behind 3 points on Germany. There is some confusion with the bagger points. So I'm not entirely sure. We might be like a +1 or a +5, depending on those. But let's keep it at +3 for now. 2 races left, best of 2. We see Turbulent and DK Mountain. DK Mountain hasn't been played. Track pick coming out from Team Benelux. Turbulent went kind of neutral last time we played it.
Yeah, and the track pick will be DK Mountain. So here we go. And then this was BNL's track pick. But so now the question is, can they hold on to these top spots early on and command the top spots? These first couple of turns are going to be everything, in my opinion. Honestly, this whole first lap. As Shock, oftentimes, since it is a sitting track, Shock doesn't always come into play here, but it is a cannon track. So if someone does pull, they can wreak havoc with the cannon shot. And we see Nico's getting the greens off onto Dane there, sending him back to 6th place now. But yeah, right now we just see Leops in 7th, but still BNL in a decent spot right now, still nonetheless here.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7 coming out from BNL, so probably 2, 3, 4 Germany. But Kevin taken out by Leo there, 2, 3 for Germany, 1, 4, 5 for Benelux actually. And to quickly correct myself, we did play this track. I completely forgot about it, but I think Germany won this one in the first GP, or it was relatively close. Dane getting Nana, they're barely making the gap. I think Leo was off actually. That's going to be 1, 4, 5 for Team Benelux still. Chef trying to break away here, but Crash and Nico's right on his tail.
And if you're Dane here, you can definitely try to shag a little bit of these bottom spots from Team Germany. Tries to background. I believe it does connect on someone from Team Germany there. And with these triple reds, he could be a nuisance to Kevin here if he so chooses to, or he can just choose to go on right now. I do not believe Shock is in play right now. But I think that's a good thing for BNL, as I do believe Jeff is still in first, but Germany is in 2, 3. So the spot's pretty mixed right now. Nana will not hit anyone in the back. Oh, and a target POW attempt onto BNL. Yeah, that's going to really kill Dane there. Kevin and Star here doing good work to take all the boxes as well, so Dane cannot get any. So Germany now in 2, 3, 4 here. So this could be shaping up to be a German winning race.
Yeah, if Germany manages to pull the Shock, which they didn't because both barriers are definitely not at the same. But if they would dodge 2, 3, 4 here, that's crucial. But it's not going to happen. But still, Germany in the potential lead here with the points distribution at the end of the race, 2, 3, 4, they can secure that. They have a winning race. Chef doing everything he can, 1, 5. There's a blue actually coming out from Team Germany, so it's going to take out Chef.
Oh, man.
Yes, quite the advantage, though. Chef getting taken out here.
2 shrooms still for Dane, so we get watch out for the boulder though. Okay, they're gonna avoid it. Crashes now.
Oh no!
Off.
Oh no!
Oh gosh, he had
Dane off.
What a green! He is now
Chef.
And Chef. Oh my gosh, could this be a big German race? Okay, Crash did get hit out though. We're in 5th now. Dane is
Leaves got 4th. Leaves got 4. It's Leo, top 3 Germany. Top 3 Germany.
Oh my gosh.
Going into the last race, top 3 Germany. I don't know who threw that green, but that is insane. That is absolutely insane.
The green of the World Cup potentially there on the Dane.
Oh my goodness.
Team Germany may have gotten them the top 3. That is the green of the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen. Man, oh man. With only 1 race to go, what is it gonna be? What are we looking at here? Give us the results.
Benelux going to the last race, and they got top 3 7th, I believe. Top 3 7 10 probably coming out from Germany, or top 3 7 9 even.
Yeah.
Top 3 7 10. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is what a performance from Germany. And Team Germany is up by 22 points. So Team Benelux has to figure something out here in this last track pick, but this is
a top 3, I believe. They need a top 3, like 6 or a 5 or something like that. They need to get top 3. I mean, if your team BNL, you still have a chance. You have to look at it. You still have a chance. Sure, that was a very unfortunate ending, but you still can win it. You still can win it. You have to forget about that race very quickly. But how frustrating is that for BNL though? Shaping up to be a decent race turns into a top 3 with the green of the green of the century off at the cut area, and we will see, I think, a disconnect coming in here in a second. Maybe I'm not okay. Maybe he was switching. Okay, I was mistaken. I was caught off. I was thrown off a little bit by one of our other POVs.
We see Movie Highway getting picked. I think this is a Benelux track pick. I'm not sure where they're going. Movie Highway. Never mind. Sorry, it's my apologies. It's a German track pick, which is far more understandable. top 3 coming out from Germany. If they can secure any position in the top 3, I think they secure the victory of the entire match and go on to the bracket stage, coming out from 0-2 as well. Like, Germany lost their 2 first matchups, managed to beat Italy in the 1-2 rather, and now on the verge of beating Benelux as well, after being up the entire war as well. You have to keep that in mind. Benelux have to do a miracle run here on the Movie Highway, a track that did go well for them last time, but still, top 3-5 is not what they got last time either. Crash being in first, I think third is also for Germany, Dame being in second right now. Yours is in 10th though, and he's quite the advantage. And what a green from, but he's gonna get red immediately after. But that does take Crash out, and Leo gonna be in 5th. 3 of the top 6 positions for Team Benelux relatively. And DC Pool actually has to pass to Nikos, but Nikos is holding on to a star, and oh no!
It's just to be the end for BNL, maybe. If you're Germany, you're in a good spot. All you need is a top 3 position. That's all you need. You have to be saying for yourself, all we need is a top 3. You got to hang on to this for dear life here. For them,
look how spread the map is. Like, everyone is all over the place. They're all over the place, and Benelux is holding on to 2 of the bottom 4 positions, so they need to get up there. They need 4 out of the top 5 positions, and I think they need top 3. So Benelux definitely not in good papers right now. Blue coming out from Dame, but it's not going to be throwing it actually, so it does indicate that Jeff is in first, so 1-4 for Benelux, but they need more. They need more. Actually, Blue just
throws the blue out here. It's going to hit on, I assume, to one of Germany. He's gonna opt to use his shroom here to chain. This is the this could be the end of it for BNL, potentially the final lap, unless they can make something happen. There is at least 2 of Germany up here, so this is looking like a win at the moment for Germany. But Shock could, and there it is. Shock will come in. Leo gets hit by something of there.
Oh, golden 5th.
Maybe?
Is that Leops coming up? That's the question. Is it? Well, the Germany's holding at the top 2. Paul secured first. Is Germany going to be winning? Going to be taking out top 2? Top 2, beautiful first command from Germany, and they are taking out Team Benelux, which is one of the favorites to win it all out of the World Cup. What a performance from Team Germany!
Wow. Germany wins and pulls off an upset. I think most definitely, as like you said, BNL was one of the favorites to win this whole thing. Most definitely, I think a lot of people thought that they were going to win this World Cup, but their season is over. Their World Cup is done just like that. That is how quickly it can come to an end there, folks. You think you have? I mean, they have been trailing most of this match, but they did bring it so close. At the end of it, Germany wins by 25, though. Man, what a match, Quinten, that was to watch.
Yeah, we were definitely lucky to witness this, but Team Germany was in the lead from race 1 to race 20. Benelux got close, but that green on DK Mountain is gonna hunt Dane until the end of time. What a green! And to see Team Benelux losing the war by 25 points, Leops getting 174 in the MVP in the entire lobby. But yeah, Team Germany, a little bit of an upset, but with their roster, they managed to. I mean, they were down 0-2 in matches. That's also so crazy. They beat Norway, Italy, and Benelux to come down from 0-2 and get to the bracket stage. Into the top 8 of this year's Mario Kart Wii World Cup, and Team Benelux, they have to be kicking themselves because oof, all right,
that was doozy. Yeah, I can't imagine what's going on in the crowd. They have to be so incredibly frustrated. They probably thought they were gonna win this match. Jeff might have gotten a little cocky there, maybe before Jeff. I don't know. I don't know what the other players were thinking, but they are definitely very, very frustrated over this. They get upset by Germany. But I mean, can you really be that surprised looking at Germany's lineup that they brought out today? Very good. I mean, this is D1 runners, man, in that lineup. I mean, Kevin and Crash headline it, and then Nikos and Paul, extremely strong runners in their own. Can you be that incredibly surprised? I mean, I'm not at least not that incredibly shocked. I think you definitely could have seen Germany winning this, most definitely, but it's a grind. And D is asking for an interview in the chat. Can we make that happen? We can see if we can try to make that happen. Yeah, I don't know if Germany wants to do an interview. Someone can ask them maybe.
Yeah, that would be very nice as well.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Quinten, on this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised by Germany. They played brilliantly. That green, I can't stop thinking about that green. I mean, if Dane doesn't get green there, he has pretty much secured first, which instead of 7 switches like 26 points. like 3 to 15, it's 12 points, so times 2, 24 points, and then these teams are basically tied. And then they go into that movie highway, and for some reason, bottom 4 is just completely gone. They're trailing me at 20 seconds. Not sure what happened there, but at that point, Germany secures it because they have 2 of those Benelux mappers in the back, and it's just crazy game plan from Germany there. And wow. I'm absolutely... Team Benelux being knocked out in the Switch stage is definitely one of those things that wasn't in a lot of the predictions from people, I would assume. And players like Leops and Jeff, but also Dane, Leo, getting knocked out here. Very unfortunate for Team Benelux. And they did get a rough opponent in Team Germany in that 5th match. But then again, they already had 2 matches to... make it happen. Actually, never mind. They only have 1 against England, and this is the 2nd one, and they were not able to convert that into 3 match wins to get into the bracket stage. So yeah, I'm very proud of Team Germany, and commiserations to Team Benelux because they did put up a really good fight today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Germany was not playing around. They led pretty much this entire match. They did not let their guard down. They played their hearts out. They gave it 100% full throttle and just kept BNL out of it. And we will, I believe, be having an interview. Kevin said he is down for an interview, so we should be bringing that. Stick around, guys. Do not go anywhere yet. You can hear from Team Germany on their thoughts on their wins. So I'll have that for you in a second while we get all this figured out. But, man, the downfall of BNL, losing their last 2 matches, to great opponents nonetheless, but a little surprising. I mean, you got to wonder if that negative morale carried over to today. I'm not sure. But, man, I mean, I don't know. Just unfortunate from them, but
yeah, Leops came up gun blazing though, but the rest of Benelux was definitely struggling in the first 2 GPs. Then Jeff started picking up the pace as well, scoring well over 100 in the last 3 GPs himself. But yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong there. Yours coming out for D-Fly, I think they got similar amount of shocks. I think Germany did get more shocks and was able to use them better as well, right? If we keep in mind that Waluigi Stadium race where they target shock Leops in first, it's just, very unfortunate. Those things do happen, and it's kind of an outplay by Kevin, but still, in that regard, they did win the shock. But I think Germany also got quite a few blues at the right times, but then at other times they just did what they had to do. Like the BC3, they got a top 3 going immediately, and they were just gone themselves. So a lot to unfold here after those 20 races, and that's what happens when you have a 5 GP war at this enormously high level. And yeah, I can't stop talking about it. What a wonderful war. Looking at what the representatives from the teams put into the table, it does seem like Germany ended up winning by 27. So the backup points were
slightly off.
But then again, 27 points, 25 doesn't really matter. They win by over 20 points, which you can call a fair enough margin.
Yeah, just an overall solid win from them. I mean, another clip worthy that I didn't mention was that green for sure. Someone's definitely clipping that. Put that in the highlight call. If you want to save that, absolutely. It's just that green was unreal, man. And you had to be thinking the nerves had to be going up there. And here we are. We have Crash for you guys joining the call, and Paul. And I believe Kevin might be going.
And everyone.
How are y'all doing after this win?
Stressed out.
Great.
I imagine the nerves might have been running pretty high there on those last couple of races.
It was horrible. From like GP2 already. It's like,
Crash, what was on your mind when you guys saw that top 3 on DKM in the 19th race? What was happening there?
I had triple bananas in my inventory in first, right? And I didn't drag them because I was so scared. It was close with all of us. So I didn't trail them in case I would trail us off. And then I get greened off and I'm like, what? And suddenly we're like, oh my god, Nico, you're so good. We're top 3. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That's worth. That's completely fine.
I was a dead 8th, and then after cut I was in 4th all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that happened.
It was race 19, right? So our goal was like, okay, as long as one of our guys gets like a top 3 spot, we're fine. And
yeah,
and we did. It was nice. But I tried my hardest to grief there, for example. Like Mooney was horrible. I have that on stream. It was not nice. But Paul and Nico did well. So
Yeah, so I mean, it was pretty close most of the match. I mean, kind of a contrast from some of our other World Cup matches. So
Yeah.
with it being that close, I mean, what I mean, I just want to hear some of you guys' thoughts. Is like kind of BNL kind of got those races where they cut the deficit to like single
Yeah.
digits there. I mean, what was the mentality kind of like in call for you guys?
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like the mentality was not very good, but like for example, on Yoshi Falls, we got
amazing.
almost top 4 done, and then we got the Yoshi Falls, not Yoshi Falls. We got the Sherberland track pick after, so it was like okay, fine. At least we didn't get Rainbow Road or whatever, so it was back to fine.
We just stayed focused like all the way. Like I
Yeah,
thought that it was pretty amazing.
And we never fell behind. That was also good.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
also rarely got like completely blown out in the race. So when they did lead the majority of the race, we often like limited the damage, and then the consensus and call would be like, "Oh yeah, guys, nice damage limitation. Next race will be better." That stuff, you know. So
Pretty good, yeah.
yeah, I don't even know about shock call, but at least it felt like Kiralte outshocked him pretty comfortably. So that helped us a lot as well.
Yeah, he did
Like
good, I thought.
Yeah,
in the tag
it takes
battle.
like a lot of pressure off you. It makes you play better because you know, okay, if I get destroyed, I'm not automatically stuck in the back, right? Because
Right,
he
right.
he would often get it. So.
You kind of feel like you're in it the whole time, knowing your bagger can
Yeah.
get the shock for you guys. And I do have one question. So on RWS, when BNL had shock, I mean, we saw Kevin slam on the brakes and debate Leop so bad. Like, what was that like? Kind of walk us through that.
I mean, it was a pretty nice feeling. I mean, Kiralte told us like mid of lap 3 that they have shock, and I like triple shoots in first for some reason because like Leo got blued, Paul got hit by something, and I knew I was just using all of my shooms, and my plan was to just like stay on the left, and I knew they would use the shock no matter how long I wait, so I just kept on waiting. And I mean, the worst thing that could have happened is that they don't use it at all, and I get second, Leops get first. So I thought it was worth taking the risk to wait longer than Leops, and I mean, it ended up working, and I was very happy about it. Yeah.
And the mega last set, and I first frame dodged. That also
Yeah,
helped.
Paul
maybe.
spammed mega dodge first.
Dang.
I locked my ass off.
Yeah, the call went ape when that happened.
Oh, it was great. We were going crazy on the cast, like.
Yeah, it's the best as well. Like, there wasn't the only thing something like this happened. For example, Dane blued Leops on a DDR line, like GP3 or 4.
Yes,
and, yeah, and whenever those moments would happen, we're like, oh, nice guys, the call is dead. They're so mad, like that kind of stuff. It's good.
I also want to mention that the green from Nikos and Mountain was probably the game changer of the entire war because I mean, it got crashed off. But I'm not sure who was in first as well, but he also got off, and like after that we were literally top 3 because I think the guy in 4-5 got target board before cut as well. So that was literally the best screen that could have possibly happened.
And he got me off, and apparently Dane had 2 rooms behind me. So it was
Dane,
great.
Dane had 2 rooms in second and got greened off there.
Yeah, so it was great. Great trade. Anyway,
Oh, it was unbelievable. I mean, we saw in Castles like that was the green of the World Cup. Absolutely, like the play of the century there when it matters the most. I mean, the plays were made. Like it was just an unbelievably clutch play. That's what me and Quinten were talking about.
Yeah.
Going into that lost race, what was your game plan in that? Because like the 3 lost runners were so far back, I'm not sure what happened there. Was it like TC getting passed around, or like just complete slagging on your end, or what happened there? What was your game plan going into Movie Highway?
So I told during the race selection that one of us needs to stay back there to prevent them from getting to prevent them from getting many dodges. But to be honest, my plan was not to be that far behind. So I got a TC, I think. I can't exactly remember. And Leops and I just kept on passing at each other. And then he got another TC, and we kept on passing it to each other again. And then, like, both of our races were just completely over already. I mean, it was good for us in the end because one of them got taken down, and they can't get dodges in bottom 2 anymore. So.
Yeah, I joined them as well, but it was like no plan at all. The plan was don't be terrible. And it failed because I was really terrible. I get random greened in first by Dane, so I was really mad. Lap 1 ending, and then I hit the car. I just hit the car in like third, lap 2 beginning. And then I think I got destroyed. I got Reddit afterwards or something, and then I just joined him in the back because I held blue. And what do? I hit the fucking car with the blue. So
also,
yeah.
Yeah, also one heartbreaking moment in that last race was when I think it was Nikos.
Yeah.
He called out that we are both getting blued. That's what he said, and I was like, "Oh my god, no, we're about to lose this." But then
Yeah.
Paul said, "No, I don't get blued," and like my heart rate went from 150 back to 120. It was literally a roller coaster the entire race. It was so chaotic at the end, and then they
Yeah.
just get top 2.
Yeah.
I
I was
thought they
so
were
happy.
gone, so I was gifted at the end.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah. It's basically it. I had fun that
Yeah.
war. Can you believe it? I had fun.
Hey, I mean that's the whole point of the game, right? As long as you're having fun, it's a video game
Yeah,
at
like-
the end of the day. As long as you have fun, right? That's
That's
all.
so weird.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
No matter how competitive it might
Mm.
get, but I mean, this is like the first thing we've seen like with a truly winner take all, because whoever wins obviously was gonna move on to the
Yeah.
bracket stage and then go home. So you had to be
Yeah.
you had to have the mentality of, like, right, we're not about to go home. Like we're going on. So I guess, like, what are you guys game plan now, moving on to the bracket stage, to the final 8? Like, we're not sure who you would face, obviously. That hasn't been decided, but like, what you guys thinking? Are you guys gonna be like practicing at all, or maybe going over like kind of your game
Yeah,
plan?
I mean, we'll definitely keep practicing. With scrims, it's been hard, right? Often we tag in chats, and then this guy can't, that guy can't. But individually, at least, we all keep playing. But yeah, if time allows, surely we'll scrim. But not really concrete plans. Might change though with Final 8 stuff and everything, right? So,
Yeah, hopefully
yeah.
some World Cup teams
Mhm.
would be searching for wars, as they probably do want to get all that practice in as much as they can. As this is
Maybe,
it, so
yeah.
they want to make sure
Yeah.
they're best
Mhm.
prepared. But I mean, look, I mean, you guys have such a strong line. I mean, you guys, I mean, now that BNL's out, one of the favorites. I mean, you have obviously have the US teams, you have India. Whoever else moves on is going to be tough. But I think you guys can definitely stack up with anyone. I mean, you guys, if you guys can take up BNL, you guys can beat anyone, in my
Yeah,
opinion. So
Yeah.
we think so too, cause they have amazing runners, right? Maybe
right, yeah.
maybe maybe the best team, I don't know, but they have amazing guys up there. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like we won because we dodged 6 people every race. We like held our own, right? We just were there. We like fair and square, basically. We competed with them, so it's not like we have to hide from anyone. We think. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you were in the lead for the entire war. There was not a single race where Benelux was in the lead, so that's also an indication of how good you guys are playing. Were you expecting to be in this position, winning 3 matches in a row after your 0-2, after losing that match against France, I believe, which was also very close? Did you expect to get here and to do what you did today, or was it more of a like when you were down 0-2, was it more of like okay, we'll see how it goes, kind of demotivated to some extent, or is it the other case around?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Oh
yeah,
yeah, you
go
say. Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's hard to not be down, right? We were, but first we knew, okay, it was Norway. It ended up being 3-1, but we were sure, okay, if we can beat anyone, then hopefully them. And then we got Italy next, which was our first actual war. We won the entire tournament, and we knew we could also beat them. So we went into the final game. So basically, we approached it with a game-by-game basis, right? And we knew, okay, Benelux obviously gonna be the hardest test so far, but we are good enough. We're good enough to beat them, and yeah. It was really just the case of keeping the mental up. We did. I mean, it's hard to not be down a little bit, but it's not like we all left the server and, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to say anything, Kevin? You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can add is that, I mean, the first 2 wars against France and Canada were really unfortunate for us. And I think, although we lost both of them, we didn't give up. And because we knew we just had a really unfortunate shock count in both of those wars. And I knew if that changes in the future matches, that we can definitely win, even against good opponents like BNL. And we ended up beating them, and I'm really happy about it. And I think they still played really well. And that's why I'm even happier that we beat them, because they played good. They played really good. And they are one of the strongest teams. And let's see what the next matches bring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a massive part of it is definitely mentality. Because obviously you know your skills, like you guys are amazing on the racetrack. So I think like kind of the X factor, like the thing that really sets you over the edge is if your mentality is good enough, if you have like the will to win and like the drive to win, like you guys can definitely get it done. So I think that's definitely a key for you guys going forwards into the bracket stage is just saying that, all right, we can absolutely beat this team and we will win this match for sure, I think. But got any final thoughts, Quinten?
Not really. I'm just still thinking about the green. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna be thinking about that green, and I don't think I'll ever forget about it. But what a green from Nikos. Well done to you.
Yeah.
And also, absolute huge congratulations to you guys for coming back 0-2 into the 3-2 and getting into the top 8. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys play in the bracket stage.
Yeah, me
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah, huge congrats from me as well. Like it was such a fun cast to watch. It was very entertaining, action packed all the way. So it was definitely a pleasure to cast you guys. But yeah, it's probably gonna that's probably gonna do it. But that's all I got, at least comments wise, questions wise for me at least. I know
Okay.
probably try to raid someone. Try to raid my
Thanks for
links.
casting. Thanks for casting.
Yeah, no
Oh, yeah,
problem.
sure.
Thank you all for interviewing. It means
No
it's to me
problem.
as well.
Okay, guys. So that's it, right?
That is definitely. Thank you guys for
No,
joining
no,
us.
no.
No.
Have a good day to everyone, to all you guys, day or night, wherever you guys are located. Thank you all so much for watching, to the viewers as well. Thanks for coming out, supporting us here. But all right, so we cannot send the raid, unfortunately. So yeah, we're probably just gonna we'll end this cast here. But on behalf of MK Central, this has been Vinny.
And I've been Quinten, and thank you all for tuning in with us.
Bye.
Bye.